Join me as I brave the storm and try to capture the raw power of Hurricane Milton as it tears through a house in a tornado. Hurricane Milton was one of the most intense storms to hit Florida, and I'm about to show you just how destructive it was. The footage you're about to see is truly jaw-dropping. Let's set the stage. Living through a hurricane is harrowing, but tornadoes make it a whole different ballgame. The howling winds, torrential rain, and twisted, a nightmare scenario. Florida residents braced for impact, but nothing prepared them for the force of nature. The National Weather Service warned of tornadoes, but couldn't predict the devastation. As the storm made landfall, the winds began to pick up and the rain started pouring down in sheets. It was like the sky itself was unleashing its fury on the people below. The roar of the wind was deafening, a constant reminder that the storm was still intensifying. And then, out of nowhere, the tornado warnings started going off. Sirens blared and people scrambled for cover, but for some, it was already too late. The funnel cloud touched down and chaos erupted. Trees were uprooted, roofs were ripped off, and lives were changed forever. The storm surge was another major concern, as the ocean churned up and flooded coastal areas. But even as the waters receded, the real damage was only just beginning. The tornadoes that spawned from Hurricane Milton's outer bands were the real wildcard, and they would prove to be the most destructive force of all. Hurricane Milton was a behemoth of a storm, with sustained winds of over 130 miles per hour and a diameter that spanned hundreds of miles. As it churned its way across the Atlantic, it began to take on a life of its own, drawing in warm ocean air and moisture from the Gulf Stream. This perfect storm of conditions led to the formation of multiple tornadoes, each one a tiny but deadly vortex of destruction. As the storm made its way inland, the conditions were ripe for twisters to form. The updrafts and downdrafts within the hurricane's circulation created the perfect environment for tornadoes to drop down and wreak havoc. And wreak havoc they did. The footage you're about to see is a testament to the raw power of nature and the devastating consequences of getting caught in the crosshairs of a hurricane. This is it, folks. The moment of truth. The footage you're about to see is raw, unfiltered, and utterly breathtaking. A house torn to shreds by the fury of the tornado, the roar of the winds, the crash of the debris, the sheer destruction. It's all captured on camera. The intensity of the moment is palpable, and I'm about to take you right into the heart of the storm. The tornado rips through the house like a hot knife through butter, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The sounds are deafening, the crashing of walls, the shattering of glass, the screaming of the wind. It's a truly terrifying experience, and one that I'll never forget. The storm rages on, the tornado cutting a swath of destruction through the neighborhood. The footage is intense, the emotions are raw, and the sheer power of nature is on full display. The community is still reeling from the aftermath, but even in the face of such devastation, they're showing their resilience and strength. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've got any thoughts on Hurricane Milton or your own storm stories, leave them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about hurricane preparedness, be sure to check out our next video.